Good evening and welcome to Cstv News at 24 on Cstv. My name is Dorcas Mensah. Cstv News at 24 is brought to you by Celeste Whitton Brown, Rema Ocean Agency, Amstel Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing, NAP Apartment Hotel, and Crystal Jorek Pet Shop. Now in the headlines, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia urges members of the New Patriotic Party to forgive each other. Also coming your way, 2 cars, chemicals destroyed at fire gutted paint factory near home. Moving on to the international front also, fireworks store explosion kills 8 people in China. There's a many more stories becoming your way in tonight's bulletin on CSTV. For more news updates, you can follow us on our social media handles at CSTV.gh. Called on African leaders to prioritize fundings for gender equality. He cautioned that without sustained financial commitment, the continent's development will remain incompetent. Delivering his keynote address at the high-level breakfast meeting on financing and reaffirming African gender commitment, the president stated,
"Let us be candid. Despite decades of declarations, Africa's gender agenda remains chronically underfunded. Gender-responsive programs are often the first casualties of fiscal constraints. When we decide to implement austerity, gender-responsive programs are the first to suffer. Women's rights organizations are expected to deliver transformational outcomes with very minimal resources. The care economy sustained largely by African women remains invisible in our budgets. Efforts to prevent and respond to violence against women and girls are severely under-resourced. And girls' education, particularly beyond basic levels, continues to face persistent financing. And yet the evidence is unequivocal. Gender equality makes economic sense. Investments in women raise productivity. They strengthen our resilience and they expand our economic growth.
Moving on to other story, flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has called on members of the party to forgive one another for any misunderstandings during the recent campaign season. Speaking at the National Thanksgiving service, Dr. Bawumia pleaded for reconciliation and collective healing following the heated political period.
As we celebrate and give thanks together, I want to ask all of us from the bottom of my heart to forgive each other for some of the unpalatable things we may have said against one another during this election cycle. I have been encouraged by the efforts I have seen many of you make to reach out to your brothers and sisters after the election. And though I know the exercise of healing isn't completed yet, I believe we have started well, and I commend all patriots for the steps taken so far. I would like to, at this juncture, also thank all church leaders, including all charismatic church leaders, for their support, advice, and constant prayers that contributed significantly to the peace and success of the contest. We are encouraged by the knowledge that going forward, we can continue to count on their constant
On our way to the Volta region, a fire has gutted the Agatex paint factory in Chewanu near in the Volta region, destroying 2 vehicles and quality of stored chemicals. Firefighters responded immediately after a distress call and brought the flames under control. Full extinguishing operations were completed later in the afternoon, preventing the fire from spreading to critical production equipment. The cause of the fire remains under investigations. The incident has renewed calls for stricter safety measures at ideal industrial facilities, particularly those storing hazardous materials such as chemicals, which pose significant fire risks if not properly managed. Private legal practitioner Vicky Bright has expressed shock at foreign nationals committing crimes in Ghana without facing consequences, following a viral video involving a Russian man and Ghanaian women. Speaking in an interview, she expressed her disbelief at the behavior of some foreign nationals in Ghana.
I'm just always shocked as to how people think they can come here and just commit crimes and get away with it. Things that they wouldn't do in their own countries. Would he do that to a Russian woman in Russia? Or would he even go to the UK and do that to an English woman? Or the US and do that to an American lady, or Germany or France or anywhere? Why? Time and time again, some foreign nationals feel, and this applies in the Galamsey field as well, that they can come to this country and not respect our law and trample all over the dignity of Ghanaian nationals over and over again and feel it's okay and just get away with it. It's just another. I mean, there's something fundamentally.
The Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture, John Dumelo, has presented 110,000 bears to be distributed to farmers under the government flagship Kokon Kete initiative in the Bono S region. During the presentation, Mr. Dumelo says government will also provide about 48,833 bags of feed, 63,000 doses of antibiotics, and 44,000 units of glucose to care for the birds.
The truth of the matter is we want to flood the market with Ghanaian chicken, and the more supply that there is, the more the prices will come down, and then it would be at equilibrium with demand. And so that's what we want to do. We just want every Ghanaian, home to be eating Ghanaian chicken, so that we stop importing this, some people would say, Oboniwe chicken into this country. 3 or 4 constituencies that I've toured today, I think it's been good. And I'm just entreating all of them to take very good care of it. And when it comes to Feed Ghana, we are about to launch the Feed Ghana brigades, where every district will have a Feed Ghana coordinator. And these coordinators are the ones who work hand in hand with the district agric officers to ensure monitoring, or to ensure that there's real value for money when it comes to all these Feed Ghana initiatives. But I personally, like I said in Kintampo North, I personally will be going around to ensure that most of these birds are well taken care of, because we don't want it to be a waste. We want the Ghanaian public to know that indeed the prices of chicken are falling down.
Also, during the ceremony, the Bono East Regional Minister, Francis Ofosu-Entwi, praised the initiative, expressing hope that farmers will leverage the support to help government achieve its vision for the poultry sector.
We believe that from today, all the beneficiaries are going to get their share. This non-political, provided you are Ghanaian, you are going to be served with a number of birds that will serve your interest. This program is going to reduce the burden of the people.
More stories will be coming your way after the commercial break. Stay tuned.
name is Josephine Sewa Edu, the manager of Crystal Jurek Pet Shop. Here, we have varieties of pet foods and accessories. When it comes to dog foods and cat foods, we have everything. We have the 25 kg pellets, the 20 kgs, the 10 kgs. We have Happy Home, High Performance, Dog Chew, Jack Pet Food, GC Puppy and Adults, High Retrieval, Happy Canine. When it comes to the leashes or the collars, we have everything, whether small, medium or large. We have their supplements, their vitamins, fish oils, medicated soaps, and their tablets. We also have the flea and tick sprays, their refreshers. And when it comes to their bowls, we have different types of bowls, stainless or plastic bowls, medium, large. We have their traveling bags, their bathing tubs, their towels, and all their chains as well. We also do breeding of dogs and cats, whether you are looking for poodles, puppies, any mixed breed, we have them. Foreign cats too are available. When it comes to their treats, we have the big bones, we have their biscuits, we have their snacks. We have our locations. One is located at East Legon American House, adjacent KB Clay, near Intifo Avenue Street. We also have a branch at Blue Lagoon, Sacramento, opposite the Ghana Poultry Farmers Association, General Anchor Street. You can contact us on 0243 03 2066 or 020 473 8175. At Crystal Jurek, we will always want your pet to smile.
Welcome back from the commercial break. You're still live on CSTV News at 24 on CSTV. Now, let's move on to business stories. Bosom Freo Member of Parliament Nana Asafo Ejay Aye has criticized the reduction of the cocoa farm gate prices from 3,625 Ghana cedis to 2,587 Ghana cedis per bag, warning it will hurt farmers' livelihood. He therefore urged the government to cushion farmers instead of cutting prices.
I think it's quite unfortunate, very, very unfortunate that we are experiencing something like this. And I am saddened for the number of cocoa farmers in my constituency. When you come to Bosom Freo, virtually everybody in Bosom Freo has a cocoa farm. All of them. They feed from the cocoa farm, they pay fees from the cocoa farm, they clothe from the cocoa farm. We do everything practically from the cocoa farm. So it is so unfortunate to hear that we are reducing the prices from 3,000 something to 2,000. So unfortunate, so unfortunate. I do not even know how these cocoa farmers are going to adjust. I do not even know how these cocoa farmers are going to cope. And sincerely speaking, this is not the first time world market prices have gone down. There have been times where world market prices have gone down, and the government of the day has found very genuine ways to cushion and hold the fort. And many a time, some of these things have been lauded by the cocoa farmers. What is important is that the interest of the cocoa farmer must be protected. When the prices at the market rates are high, the board, the government enjoys more. So when some of these situations come, this is where we see who or what governance is. This is where we see who or what who a true governance is, to cushion the system and hope for an increase or a time where the prices will go, because the prices, they fluctuate. They always fluctuate. based on the global market. You will enjoy some one day, you will enjoy some another day. There was a time we came to government, the price for cocoa and the price for gold was very low. When they came, it went high, and they are enjoying. So at this time, do you take it in a good stride as a government and sit down? So when I heard the president have called for emergency cabinet meeting and they were going to sit down, I thought they were going to take such critical decisions because we knew the prices at the market before they were even going for cabinet. We were expecting that they would come out with some measures to cushion and hold the fort for the cocoa farmers up until things get better. That is what governance is.
The argument
Kufuor government said Rawlings have mismanaged the economy. Mills government said Kufuor has mismanaged the economy. Then Kufuor said the NDC have mismanaged the economy. As for the word mismanagement, it is there for all of them to use. We've been using it. But there are basic questions you have to ask yourself. When you came, or when the MPP took over, a bag of cocoa was 450 cedis.
So in business news, Dr. Godfred Seidu, board chairman of the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, says Ghana's 2026 exports have risen by $8.5 million. He credits higher export volumes and prudent surplus management for macroeconomic stability, disputing claims that central bank dollar injections drive stability.
There's exports relative to imports. Exports has been increasing, and I chair the GEPA board, and I can tell you for a fact that our export quantums have been increasing, and the revenue, in fact, there's a difference of it about $8.5 million already in mid-year. And so please, something good is happening. It's not about over-injection of dollars. If you have the productive capacity of the country being utilized effectively, and then exports are increasing, clearly you will have some stability in the macroeconomy.
On our way to the international front, an explosion and fire at a fireworks shop in eastern China has killed 8 people and left 2 others with minor injuries ahead of the Lunar New Year. The Sunday afternoon blast in a village in Jiangsu province was caused by a resident setting off fireworks improperly near the store, which was stated by the Donghai country government. Sports updates will be coming your way right after the break. Stay tuned.
Company Limited. So we pay blocks machines here air papa. None bonso assign edda from dia. Any na enwani Amsel Company Limited. Your conveyor blocks machines, hydraulic blocks machines, pallets, any blocks machines in one accessories in na. And nothing so blocks machines are who draw opening in a bin so ewo. To show your chakwan ene ya. Ye was Spinters Road 18 Junction. Ye need KFC Dino and a edin she nimu. Freye, it was 05,240 and I say 0540-725850. Amstel blocks machines in papa efie.
Welcome back. Now in sports news, head coach of the Black Princess Charles Sampson has disclosed that his side encountered several challenges when they traveled to South Africa and secured a 1-0 victory in the FIFA Under-20 World Cup qualifiers. However, he expressed his administration for how the players overcome the situation, showing resilience to record a slim win and progress to the work stage of qualification.
The mood is unbelievable. You could see a lot of emotions, even to myself, just because the the sort of challenges we had in this particular camp was huge. And to come out of that, to come and win here and to qualify for the next round is what we wanted. And so we are so happy. Our goal is to go to the World Cup. And South Africa poses to be a challenge for us. So we are extremely happy that we could surpass them. So now we will have time to prepare and to look which one is our next opponent.
Newcastle boss Eddie Howe believes referees have become too reliant on VAR after a lot of errors in its absence during the side 3-1 FA Cup win at 10-man Aston Villa.
What's right and what's wrong, and we felt really aggrieved in that first period that every decision seemed like it was going against us. Don't make any decision on purpose. It's what they think at the time, but without VAR I thought there was a lot of errors today. Ideally not, but that the game moves at a very quick speed, and I think the referees and officials are making honest decisions, but they've got them wrong on more than one occasion against us, and unfortunately for us it was sort of building up negatively for us. But I thought the players did really well to control their emotions, to stay calm, not let it affect our performance negatively, and that's not easy to do in that situation where you feel aggrieved. So I think that certainly helps our performance in the second half. But once the decision's made and there seemed like there was no way back, there's nothing you can do. You've got to move on. Through that half, it seemed like the first half, it seemed like I was debating a refereeing decision. That's not me. I don't do that. But I felt incensed that well, I think there's an argument to say yes, because when VAR's there, that there's always well, I won't give that, but let's check it. And I think then your decision making maybe isn't as sharp as it may normally have to be. So maybe there's a difference there. I would probably say you're right in that respect. I'm always torn on VAR. I've said this many times, because I still love the emotion, even tonight, when a goal's given or when a goal goes in it and you don't see a flag or a referee, it's a goal, and no one's going to take it away from you. That sense and that emotion, that joy that you get in that moment, I still really love, and VAR takes it away. But then on the other side, I was wishing there was VAR on the first goal against us and probably throughout that game.
Football legend Thierry Henry has showered massive praise on Mo Salah, calling him a true legend of Liverpool FC, from record-breaking goals to an unforgettable Champions League night.
This is the most important player to sign. You have guys that are maybe way better technically or other stuff, but this is like the foundation of the club. You saw it. He just went into a mood of, I want to score. Do that. He said, I want to score, and he went to score. You know, that you don't have that often. But the fact that, for example, if he was in that back four of Nottingham Forest, you don't have the coach. The coach doesn't have to get up. He will sort it out. And yes, he will get caught sometime, and we've seen it. But more often than not, you know, he will stop a counter with his. You know, he doesn't have to defend. He's very clever. I said he's the most important player at Liverpool. Then you have the most valuable player. Is Mo Salah. He's the most important.
Move on to entertainment story. Artist manager Lawrence Nana Esiama Henson, popularly known as Bull God, has opened up about how comfortable his life has been since the National Democratic Congress returned to power a year ago. Speaking in an interview, he stated that President John Dramani Mahama is managing the affairs of the country well, and even gives him money every month.
I'm on a payroll with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Since he started work, every month I go collect something small from him paying inside. So when they pay him, they pay me. Right there, that's my big brother.
Are you saying?
Me, they chop the pay. And I think for 6 months, he's paid income, because I think he dedicated 6 months of his pay to, I think he was doing some Mahama way small at the time, but we will resume right there. You won't make IRS come to me. No, man, that's my big brother. It be family matter.
Yeah.
And, you know, they look after in younger brother. So
Ghanaian gospel icon Dinah Hamilton has shared a surprising story of how she nearly became an architect instead of the next and celebrated musician the world knows today. But unfortunately, her dream was redirected when a respected visitor arrived at their home.
But yeah,
I was so good at technical drawing, I wanted to go do architecture. But when I finished nursing school, I was trying to convince my dad I finished GSS. I was trying to convince my dad to go to do architecture. And a lady walked in the house and said, let her do nursing. She was the area women's leader of our church. And that was it for my dad. You're going to do nursing.
She must have.
Okay, so my sister was so smart as well that when she finished school, my sister could have, well, she did maths in secondary school. So she could have done pharmacy, she could have done architecture, she could have. But my uncle did building technology. And because of that, my sister had to do building technology. When my father has reverence for you, like, and knows you're doing well, because my uncle was doing so well. And he was bright, he was smart, he was everything. And he was big, he was the head of feeder roads then times in Goforidia. Because he was doing well, my sister was smart enough to do it. My father said, go do BT. And she did BT. This woman was very well respected. And my auntie, my mom's sister, was a nurse. Well, she died later on, but before I went into nursing. And so we had a lot of reference for nurses.
Ghanaian musician Yao Darling has extended an olive branch to Patapaa, stating that he holds no bad feelings toward him and would gladly collaborate with him if the opportunity arises. Speaking in an interview, he had declined to be likened to an artist like Patapaa, saying he would rather be compared to the likes of Kwame Eugene.
And we all make mistakes in this, showbiz game. Sometimes, slip of tongue, you understand. The last time I didn't mean to disrespect him. I respect him because I've danced to his music. I've listened to him, you understand. So there's no way I could disrespect Patapaa. You understand. Me, I pick different elements from different songs. If I see that this Patapaa song, there is an element I could use, I will sample it. Me, I have a sample of Kujentri. I have a sample of I got I have a sample of this song. This is our life, Calypso. I have a sample of Olive the Boy Kakra. Obia Mayeguho. I have a sample of Stombo, everyone. So I respect every artist. And if I get a chance, I will do a song with him because Patapaa has huge audience. He has the energy audience. I'm on Tiasi.
And that will be all for tonight's news bulletin on CSTV. But before we go, let's have a recap of the top stories. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia has urged members of the New Patriotic Party to forgive one another. Also, 2 cars, chemicals destroyed as fire gutted paint factory near on the international front. Fireworks store. Explosion kills 8 people in China. CSTV News at 24 was brought to you by Celeste Tom Brown, Rema Ocean Agency, Amstel Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing, NAP Apartment Hotel, and Crystal Jorek Pet Shop. For more news updates, you can follow us on our social media handles at CSTV GH. My name is Dorcas Mensah. Good evening once again.